Very physical day, liked the day. Thought we ran the ball very well. Thought we're getting better in that area. Worked a lot of red zone situations the first day down there in that, so that takes some time to get ironed out on both sides. Well, how the coverages you got to do, how they change, and the routes and the runs and blocking. That's a little quicker, a little faster. But for the first day, I liked the attitude. We adjusted to the weather. Guys stayed in, met, adjusted, moved on, and I like that part of it. That's part of learning how to practice and be a good team too, because there's always going to be, it's part of adversity. And but I like the direction we're going. Glad to get some of these older guys back and get some consistency in some really key places that please me and let you sleep at night and also let you plan as far as the guys you can start to count on. So from that standpoint on both sides, we're very pleased. And some of the young guys I'm really liking are stepping up to the competition. You know, you wonder, some guys adapt quicker than others. That has nothing to do with, in the long run, who will be the better player, but like some of these guys are, you know, they want to come in there and they're hungry and they're pushing these older guys, and I'm very pleased with that.
Is Giorgio Newberry one of those guys?
Yes, sir. Boy, I'm telling you, he burst and rushing and just, you know, really coming in as that fourth guy right there to give you a lot of depth there. And I mean, his body has changed a bunch. He's got burst now. He's powered. He's long. I'm very pleased with the way he's been practicing.
How's Jacoby?
Okay, he's not doing team stuff. He's doing all individual things, and we're bringing along slowly.
When you go to get down there and got everybody in full pads, I know shells are kind of the same, but you want to see where the offensive lines come from a year ago. What initial impressions, what have you seen the last 2 days? Shells?
Extremely impressed. Moving people, blocking people. Line of scrimmage is not coming backwards. Creases, holes. I mean, very, very pleased with the progress they're making. Extremely.
How much of a difference in terms of athletic mass have you seen in those guys? I mean, because they are athletes.
I tell you what, I'm not going to answer that question. Talk to the D lineman. and I don't mean that in regard to that, but the difference of how they're having to play now. You know what I'm saying? And how they have to be really technique-oriented and sound, and you get caught with one of these big. I mean, the defense wins their share of them too. Don't get me. I mean, they're super. But I think that, and I don't mean that. I think it would be a very good question for you to ask them. I think it'd be interesting how the answer is.
Do you see things sort of change a little bit for the freshmen when the pads come on for the first time?
Some and some not. But I tell you what, for most of these guys, as a group, it's probably the best group I've seen that have adjusted to that I've been around. I mean, these guys, I mean, they're not perfect, and they get waxed sometimes, but they get right back up and go. Not as much as other times in other places.
Jimbo, what's the most important thing you see out of your right tackle spot? I know you guys are trying a bunch of different things.
Consistency. I mean, just a guy that you can count on. I mean, we got plenty of good guys, and you know who can be the most consistent. You know what I mean? To let you count on and let you know how you can plan, or you know, when does he need help, when does he not need help, if he needs help. You know what I'm saying? And I think consistency is the key.
How consistent as well, certainly too.
Solid. He's learning. He's learning. Okay. I mean, to say he's where he needs to be, no. But is he making progress? Yes, and I'm happy where he's going.
Did you see any more consistency out of the wide receivers?
At times, and not at times. I mean, a very solid day. And the red zone's different, though. Your routes change. Bigger, stronger guys usually excel, or really quick guys. You know what I'm saying? But I saw some good things out of it. A couple nice double moves. A couple guys that really setting things up and used their body well. And then I saw some really nice plays in the secondary. That's the thing that's going on out here. It's good competition. And one side's going to, they're not letting the other one get the upper hand, that's for sure.
Is it common to see this much competition for both offense and defense this time of year?
When you have a good football team.
Yeah.
It usually is. Because they're pride. I mean, them guys, they don't know how, you know, if you're a really successful player, you don't know how to turn that off. You know what I'm saying? That happens naturally.
How's Keelan Smith doing?
He'll set about a practice or two. He'll set a practice or two, and then he'll be right. It was a very mild strain, and he'll be ready to go.
Like an ankle or
a knee. Grade 1, which is very, you know,
I didn't remember seeing McLeod earlier.
He didn't. He hurt a pec yesterday. They were on the boards and tried to give a hunch, and there was a big guy on the other end too. so strained and got a little tear in the pec right there. That it'll take a couple weeks, but he'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll take a couple weeks, but he'll be fine.
He'll be fine for the start of the season.
Yeah, should be right around then, and when we're done. Yes.
The opportunity to let the fans see the team tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's huge. I mean, you know, for the guys to get a feel for it, and I think the people who, it's an appreciation for you coming out and seeing all the guys and people who don't. Sometimes a lot of people don't even get to go to games. You know what I mean? They may not be able to get back and forth or come up or afford to, whatever the reasons being. And they're still huge Florida State fans. And you let those kids get down there and watch the guys practice. I can remember if I was that age and could have went and saw a team practice. I mean, when I was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, however it was, I think that's just a good thing to do. And I think it showed these guys, the appreciation a lot of how many people have for them and what it's like. Let them give back some.
What have been your impressions on the kick coverage so far? I know you guys.
We haven't done it all full go right now,
sure.
But if we got a problem on kick coverage, we got too many big long athletes to. And Eddie does a tremendous job of coaching those guys. I've been very pleased in the drills and the half-line type drills we're seeing right now. And I thought Dustin's kicking the ball very well, and I think Roberto's kicking it very well. Been very pleased with him. Casey Beatty, he has had good solid days. And Dylan Kidd has hit some really good punts. Stood out to me today.